Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with another prediction video. This time is going to be on me trying to pick who's going to be the sixth man of the year by the end of the season. And it's a lot of candidates, and we're going to get to all of them. And I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win it at the end of the day, and that's going to be something fun to talk about. One of the guys I think going to have a better season this year than what he had last year. I think it's going to be Jaime Jaquez for the Miami Heat. They have a lot of guys that they're going to have to rely on to score, ball handle, rebound, and just do multiple things in the game to help them win. And I think Jaime Jaquez is a well-rounded player. He had a little bit of a letdown last year to a lot of people. I think he understands that. I think he wants to prove these guys wrong. He really wants to get the playing time. He really wants to show that he's one of the best players on this roster, and the best way to do that is accept your role, accept who you are, improve your game in the off season, and just play harder and play smarter, and just go out there and try to be comfortable as much as you can. And I think he would do that because now they have more guys, and now they have a chance to get familiar with each other, and they have a chance to understand where each other likes to be at on the court and how to play. That's mainly how the six-man work. You might play with the starter sometimes. You might play with the bench a little bit too. You just have to figure out how to get in where you fit in. And I think Jaime has a couple years of experience with that role. I think that he will thrive in it, and I think he'll have some success. I also think Nikola Jovic is going to be in that same conversation based on what I've been seeing. The man is fearless. He's going out there scoring from three. He's getting to the basket. He's getting to the free throw line. He's rebounding. He's passing. I think they got two guys that can be really, really high contributors off the bench. And either way, they're going to be happy because they're going to need the extra firepower to be able to be a playoff team again with the roster that they have currently constructed. Another guy I think going to have a good season off the bench is Jose Alvarado. He usually does. This is a guy that can get to the basket. He can knock down the three, plays defense. He gets steals. He's going to fill up the stat sheet. He's going to get a lot of chances to make his impact on this team, especially off the bench. And he's going to run, those second unit teams that he's going to be out there with. So he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot, and he's going to have an opportunity to put up numbers. That's what they need him to do while Zion and other guys is on the bench. He should look forward to it. He should try to enjoy it. He should be happy and relish in the role. And it'll be fun to see what he can do this year. Another guy that I might be a little off and on about, but I'm going to still mention him, which is Scottie Pippen Jr. I think his numbers is going to be there. The problem with him winning is if Ja Morant gets injured for an extended amount of time, that's going to count against him because he might have to step in as a starter. Since he steps in as a starter for a lot of games, it might disqualify him for being able to win this award. But if he does come off the bench and Ja Morant does stay healthy for a long period of time, which he hasn't really been able to do, then Scottie Pippen Jr. definitely would be in the conversation to be able to win this award because the raw numbers is going to be there. He can score, he can float, he can get to the basket and hit the three. He's good in transition. He's a good passer, a solid defender. All those things is what you need to be to separate yourself from the other people in this conversation. And I think that he can do it. It's just, can Ja stay healthy? Then he can stay coming off the bench, and then he'll have a chance to win the award. But if he doesn't, then he's going to have to start, and that's going to make him not qualified. Jordan Clarkson, he's always in this conversation because a lot of coaches say, well, give him the ball, set some screens. He can get to the basket, he can get to the free throw line, he can make a three, he can make some good passes, he can get out in transition. He's just a burst of energy to your bench. And the fact that he can even create his own shot too, this makes him a tough cover and a guy that you would love to have on your team, especially because he can play with Brunson. He can also do something similar to what Brunson can do to defenses. And I think that that's something that they needed, and that's something that they have. And I think Jordan Clarkson is going to be ready to show that he got a lot left in the tank. Duncan Robinson is the one that people might not think. He can rebound a little bit. He can shoot threes. He can get to the basket. He can make a free throw. So he's just going to be a guy that Cade and other guys is going to love playing with because if they double team you or you breaking down the defense or collapsing the defense, you can always try to know where Duncan Robinson is at, because he's going to move without the basketball and find a way to get open. Now it's just about you delivering that pass to him, and you know that he can make that three, or he can even put the ball on the floor a little bit, make a mid-range two, and you still get the assist, and he still gets the bucket. So that's the win-win with playing with him, and I think they're going to have a lot of fun with him on the court, and I think he's going to be a great addition to the Detroit Pistons bench. Another guy that people are loving right now is Alex Caruso. And I can't really blame him because he's a two-way player. He's going to get the steals. He's going to shoot a couple threes. He's going to get to the basket. And he's starting to become a well-rounded player also. And the more he does and the more impact he has, the better chances of him winning this award and walking away as the sixth man of the year. He was a big part of why they won the championship last year, and they wanted him, so they traded Giddey, a young promising player, for him, and it ended up working out in the first year. I don't really see that changing this year, so that's why I put him in consideration to be able to win the award. A guy that has a high chance to win it is Naz Reid, because he's going to get his rebounds, he's going to get double digits in points, and he's probably going to have a little bit bigger of a role this year because Rudy Gobert's aging a little bit more and his contract is almost over. So they're going to probably look at it like, we just paid Naz Reid. We want him to know that we believe in him, we like him, and we feel like he's a big part of what we do. So let's make him a focal point like we've been doing for the last couple years. And since that won't be changing that much, I think Naz Reid will be happy and he will be fine within his role this year. And like I said, the block numbers might be there. He might get a steal a game too. He might be efficient also, and all those things work in his favor to be able to win the award. Another guy that's similar to what he is Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis is going to grab boards. He's going to make mid-ranges. He's going to get free throw attempts. He's going to shoot the three ball. He's going to really fill up the stat sheet, and it's just about him not doing anything crazy, not doing anything stupid, staying on the court as much as he can, and just benefiting the Milwaukee Bucks, who have believed in him for a long period of time, and they gave him an extension showing that they still believe he's the guy for him, and I believe that it would be true. I can't disagree with that at all. But that's going to be something interesting and entertaining to watch as the season go on. And then the two that I think going to really be going at it is Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Peyton Pritchard. I think both of these guys have a good chance of having the ball in their hands a lot, being able to make a lot of decisions, being instant offense for the teams that they're on, and just getting high minutes off the bench. They're going to probably be playing like starter minutes almost off the bench. And that opportunity and that chance gives you a good look at winning this award. And I think Peyton Pritchard showed that if they're going to start Anthony Simon, Derrick White, and Jaylen Brown, then he's going to have to come off the bench. But they're going to need Peyton Pritchard more now than ever, because they have to replace that 30-point scoring, or a little bit less than that Jason Tatum can provide each and every night. So somebody got to shoot it, somebody got to pass it, somebody got to score. And I think Peyton Pritchard showed that he's ready for that already. And I think the only thing that's going to be a problem is his defense. You don't really have to worry about that with Nickeil. He can do similar things. It's just he's a guy that has more height, and he's going to have a role where he's going to come in and look to be a bucket each and every time he's out there. And that's going to be a great way for him to show that he deserved this award too. I think Jaden Hardy is a sleeper because he's going to play a lot, because Kyrie is not going to be on the court a lot. So he's going to get a lot of chances too to throw up the ball and try to score. And I think he's going to be ready. It seems like he's really ready to play. He's really ready to be a big part of what success can look like for the Dallas Mavericks. They do need a little bit more scoring, and he can provide that punch off the bench. He has showed that he can be a double-figure scorer. In previous leagues, it's just he had to develop his body, develop his shot, develop his confidence, and his chemistry with his new teammates. And maybe that might be enough for him to have a double-figure scoring season off the bench, especially because they have to try to compensate when Kyrie is out and guys might get injured. He might have to score a little bit more off the bench from time to time throughout the regular season. But if I had to pick the two that's going to be going neck and neck for, it's going to be Nickeil and Peyton Pritchard. That's what I would think. I'm picking Peyton Pritchard because I think he has to replicate what he did last year. This year, it's just he might have to do a little bit more also than he did last year, because Tatum won't be back majority of this season. And like I said, somebody's going to have to make shots. somebody's going to have to make plays. And if Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench, he's going to be looking to be aggressive. He's going to be hungry. And like I said, it is a fun war to track, and it is a fun war to keep up with. But it's amazing when you win it too. And Peyton Pritchard won it last year, and he feels pretty good probably about his chances of winning it this year, because a lot of these guys was already in the conversation of winning it, and he beat out all of them to be the sixth man of the year last year. And I don't really see that really changing that much this year either, in my personal humble analysis opinion. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis when it first come out. Other than that, I do conversation videos just like this about various NBA only topics. I do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. I also do mock draft and draft coverage too. Plus, I got over 3,000 plus videos already on my channel that you can watch right now. And on top of that, I do also upload videos each and every day. So you love basketball, you can't get enough of it, you want so much of it. This will be a chance that you will like and enjoy at the end of the day. So I think that this is a channel that I would recommend to all y'all. And if you didn't like it enough and you didn't want to subscribe, I got majority of my subscribers that way. So I would just say thank you for still checking it out. All I can say is, for my fans, thank y'all for supporting the content throughout all these years. Thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is, because I'm the only person creating it with the ideas and making it and giving it to y'all on the daily. Even when it's a lot of things to do, I'm covering it to the best of my ability, and I'm not complaining. It's been fun, it's been amazing, but I'm glad that you guys continue to support me in the past or present, and hope y'all continue to support me in the future. And all I can say is I really do love y'all, and I really do appreciate y'all as fans. All I can say now is I'm going for now. Peace out. Of course, I gotta tell y'all to stay blessed up. Y'all stay good, and y'all be happy as much as y'all can. And I'll see y'all later today with more analysis on the games that will be on for preseason. And I'll tell you guys what I think when it's all over. And I'll be seeing y'all hopefully later today with that. Peace out.